Hello everyone, you're all welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time of being here, thank you for joining us. Please do subscribe, like and comment. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew this gathered skirt with pocket and a side slit with zipper for adjusting the slit. So let's dive into the video. So to determine the amount of fabric to fold for your skirt, what I did was to multiply my waist measurement by 3. The waist measurement is 36 inches. I multiplied it by 3, which gave me 108. That is already 3 yards. So for this tutorial, I'm using 3 yards of Ankara fabric, and that's the 3 yards I divided it into 2 equally, one part for the front while the other part for the back. So each part is 54 inches. So one side for the front, the other side for the back. So I already have the front on fold, 54 inches on fold, which is 27 inches. So I'll go on to measure the length of my fabric, the length of the skirt that I want to use. So because this skirt is going to be having band, I went ahead to remove 2 inches. It's going to be having a 2 inches band. So I removed 2 inches and I took my measurement. So the length of this Ankara is 45 inches, but plus the 2 inches for the band, making it 47. So I'm going to be using the whole length of the Ankara. I'll be folding in 2 inches for my hemming allowance as my hemming allowance. Now I'm going to be marking out the front slit. To do that, I need to get the midpoint of the width of the front pattern. So the full length on fold is 27 inches. I'm going to divide that 27 inches by 2, which is 13.5. So I'm going to mark it at that point. That is going to be the point for the slit. So I'll come down to the hem of the Ankara and take that 13.5 inches there. Then I'm going to rule a straight line before cutting it. Meanwhile, this is the wrong face of this Ankara facing me up. So if I mark it like this, my slit is going to be at the right hand side. But I don't want it at the right hand side. I want it at the left hand side. So I'm turning it to the right face so I can mark the slit at the right hand of the left hand, of the fabric. So I'm going over it, 13.5 there. I'm going to mark it down at the hem as well, 13.5. Okay, I'm going to roll it down, connecting the dots from the upside to the hem, and I'm going to cut it out. So after cutting it, I'm going to place it on the larger part of the fabric. I'm using Invincible zipper. This is 24 inches. The darker shade, I'll be using it for the front slit, while the lighter green, I'll be using it at the back. So now I'll take from my waist, from my waist down, I'm going to measure 10 inches. I'll mark it there. And then I'll come in by 1 inch. I'm going to be stitching down this 1 inch down to the 10-inch point I took. So after stitching it, I went ahead to iron it down, and I ironed in 1 inch at each side of the fabric. So I'm going to be attaching my zipper, my invincible zipper. So now this side is going to be facing the waist part. Okay, while the head of the zip is going to be facing the hem. And so the wrong face of the zipper will be facing me. It's going to be facing up, while the good face is going to be facing down. I hope you understand that. And the zipper head is towards the hem of the fabric. Okay, so I'll take it to the sewing machine and I'll sew it on each side, from one side to the other. So this is how I'm going to be doing it. Now this is the waist part of the fabric, the point that I marked 10 inches to. So from that 10 inches point, I'm going to place the zipper 1 inch upward. As you can see, I also attached interfacing to my fabric. So if you want to know how to properly attach your invincible zipper, just comment interested in the comment section, and the reason why I attach this interfacing, just comment interested and I'll make a different video on that. So now I'm sewing it down with the wrong face of the zipper up while the good face is down. Just carefully watch how I'm going about it so you can understand better. As you can see, the zipper head is down, is facing the hem. So at this point, just raise your sewing machine and zip it down so you can be able to sew freely at that point. Then I'm going to turn the skirt to the hem side and I'll place the other zipper. Place the other zipper. Just carefully watch how I'm going about it. The other zipper, I'm going to sew it. The other side of the zip, I'm going to sew it from the hem of the skirt. From the hem side of the skirt, the head is facing towards the hem side of the skirt. So just pin it to make sure they align properly. And carefully arrange your zip, arrange the fabric before stitching. I'm done attaching my invisible zipper, and this is what we have. You can see it's completely invincible. So if you want a separate video detailing how to achieve this, comment interested in the comment section. And so this is the back part of my skirt, and I went ahead to fold it equally into two. And the next thing I'm going to do is to measure down for my zipper for the back. So from the waist, I'm going to place my tape at the waist. From the waist, I'll come down by 9 inches. And I'm going to mark it there. Nine inches. Then I'll slit it into two. So at this point, guys, if you've watched this video to this point, please subscribe and turn on your post notification so you're updated whenever I upload a new video. I'll also be uploading the top I used with the skirts, and also like our videos. Thank you. So after slitting it into two, I'll go to my sewing machine and I will sew it down from that 9 inches point down. I'm going to stitch the rest down using 1 inch. I'm marking the 1 inch there, so I'll stitch it down to the hem, leaving the 9-inch point opened. And so after stitching it, I'll go on and run a loose stitch at the waistline for my gathers. I'll run it at the back and also the front part of the skirt. I'll run a loose stitch at the waist. So after doing that and pulling the thread, this is what we have. This is how the skirt is being gathered up. Just go on and pull your thread. Then I'm going to measure the waist to be sure that I have the waist measurement needed. So the waist measurement is 36 inches divided by 2 is 18, and 1 inch for stitching allowance at each side, making it 20. But for the back, you're going to make it 22 because of the zipper. So now I'll go on and cut my pocket. So this is the fabric we are going to be using for the pocket. It's folded into 4. So let me open it so you can understand better. So I folded it into 2 first, then into 4. So the length is 23 inches, while the width of the fabric is 20 inches. So I folded it into 2 this way, and then folded it again, making it 4 folds. So I'm going to place my hand on it, and before that I'll go on and take my measurements of the pocket opening. So I'm going to be taking 8 inches. I'll mark 8 inches for the opening of my pocket because I'll still stitch plus my stitching allowance, so it's 8 inches. And I'm going to place my hand on the fabric this way and I'll trace it out. Just go on and do this how deep you want your pocket to be. Space it that way. And so after that, I'm going to cut it out. And yeah, we have our pockets. So we have 4 pieces, 2 pieces for each of the pockets. So this I'm going to be placing it on my skirt. This is the front part. I'll go on and come down from the waist by 3 inches. Then I'm going to place the pocket, the piece of the pocket from that point, and I'll do same thing to the other side. A point to note, I'm placing good face of the pocket to the good face of my skirt. I'll do same thing with the back as well. So after stitching, just place your skirt patterns on each other and then go to your sewing machine, and I'm going to use 1 inch to sew it at each side. So using 1 inch, I'm going to stitch it at the sides. So I'm done stitching, and this is what we have. Okay, these are pockets. So next up is the band placement. I've gone ahead to cut out my band. This is 5 inches in width when opened. Okay, 5 inches, and when closed is 2.5. So I'm going to be using ½ inch for as my sewing allowance. And I also went ahead to fold in ½ inch there at one part of the band. Okay, I'm going to use that place to cover in the rough edges. So for the width of the band is the width of my waist plus extra 2 inches for the zipper. Remember, there's a zipper at the back, and extra 3 inches to avoid shortage. So now I'm going to be placing it. I'll start from the midpoint of the skirt. So I'll mark the midpoint of my band, and also I'll also mark the midpoint of my skirt. Okay, so I can it can align properly. So I'm going to be placing the band, and I'm going to place the band from the wrong face. Okay, I'm placing the band at the wrong face of my skirt from the inside, just like that. I'm going to place it there, and I will go over to my sewing machine and stitch it round. After stitching, I'm going to turn it up that way. Remember, that point is folded. That folded point. I will use it to hide all my rough edges, and then I will stitch neatly on it round. So I'm done attaching the band, and you can see how neat it's looking. Even the inside of the band, the outer parts, they are all neat because I've hidden the rough edges neatly inside the band. And I also attached my zipper at the back. And hem the down part. So at the end of the day, this is what we have. This is how our skirt is looking. So thank you guys for watching. Hit on the red button to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I'll be uploading the wrap top tutorial next. So do stay connected, and see you in our next video. Bye.